Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Syahidan Zainal Abidin, and today I would like to talk about contingency leadership theory in 21st century leadership leaders. The contingency leadership theory is a model that recognizes the fact that leaders can be successful in different situations depending on their leadership styles. This theory states that every person has one or more natural leadership styles and also has one or more unnatural styles. The three most popular contingency leadership theories are the Hershey-Blanket situational model, the Fiedler contingency model, and the Bill's contingency model. Each of these models applies to an organization's specific needs and is best suited for different types of leaders. The Bill's contingency model is better for organizations with strong centralization than organizations with weak centralization due to its directive tendency. Leadership theory states that leaders should not try to solve problems through the same set of strategies, and their actions constantly changing depending on the situation. For example, during my time teaching in a school, I noticed that the school examination performance continued to decline after a new school nearby opened and most of the finance students transferred to the new school. However, the school administration continues to use the same strategy, with no changes made to address the problem or boost teachers' motivation. When the school administration was restructured later, the new leader devised new strategies, new approaches based on the existing problem. As a result, the school performance improved the next year. So based on this example, leaders today should be constantly aware of the changes of their environment and change how they lead accordingly. They need to think about what is going to work for them in each different situation. The contingency leadership theory argues that there are four different types of leadership styles. These four styles are task-oriented, relationship-oriented, coaching, and participative. Leaders should be able to switch between these styles depending on the given situation. This is the way they can adjust to the needs of the followers and consequently increase their productivity. Each contingency theory focuses on the different leadership skills that are needed for different managers in different industries. They can be used to help understand the best way a leader should lead a team, depending on what they need to achieve. The contingency leadership theories have been around for a while. They have been used to help leaders pick the appropriate style for their employees, specifically when it comes to handling conflicts and problems that occurs in the workplace. A study by the London School of Economics found that contingency leadership theory is still relevant in today's world. There are various ways this theory can be applied in the workplace, but it is important for 21st century leaders to realize that they need to do more than just go with what has always worked for them before. In order for leadership to be effective in 21st century environment, it has been suggested that we should use more coaching type of leadership styles, because this way we can build stronger relationships with our followers while also tapping into their potential for growth and development. The 21st century leaders should know how to apply this theory in order to be successful in demanding era. The contingency theory is a theory that states that no two leaders are alike and that different leadership styles apply to different situations. A 21st century leader can be a mix of these theories depending to the situation. Contingency leadership theories in the 21st century have a lot in common with the theories in 20th century. However, they also have one key difference from them: adaptive or flexibility. The difference is mostly due to the exponential increase in global change, technology, and complexity experienced by today's leader. In order to help cope with this turbulence, leaders must be able to adapt their strategies quickly and effectively while keeping an eye on what's going on at all times. 21st century leaders need to be able to handle many different types of people and scenarios. They need to be adaptive and flexible in order for them to not to lose or harden any of their resources or connections. They need to be able to change as fast as they can without losing any power, influence, or visions. A 21st century leader should be able to adapt their leadership styles to the situation at hand. They need to be able to go with the flow and help lead their organization in whichever direction it needs to go. In the 21st century leaders, a leader needs to be a big picture kind of person. They need to be able to see the wider scope and view of the world. They should not be too focused on one thing at a time, but instead should take care of different things at once. Thus, if a leader can identify what type of leadership style fits with their specific circumstances, it will be easier to apply to any problems. The 21st century leaders should take into account the contingency theory to make sure that they know how to communicate with their followers and organization culture in order to get into desired outcomes. This will help them lead their organization into the future. In conclusion, to know how the contingency leadership theories can be applied among 21st century leaders, a leader should ask and able to answer the following questions. First, what is being managed? Second, what is the environment? Third, what is the person is being managed? And fourth, what type of leaders do you want to be? That's all from me. Thank you.